successfully went live. So, we are going to draw a site plan. And I've got the sat view. I need to make that a JPEG, so I'm opening up Photoshop. Sat view. Should be able to work with this. I'm just going to make this JPEG so I can drag it onto my plan. It will also come with the APN information of the property description, which you will see momentarily. Template 1/8. Okay, so here's the template. I'm going to drag the photograph I just created on here. Should set view, and we drag it on page. We put it, tools, draw order, send it back. Okay, so you know what the distances are here. So this is 164.20. No, 100. So what is the easiest thing to do is go to Zemus right now. $59.69. I think this is the address. Or Canyon. I need to. See, this says 108 and 164. Let me see if the 164 is from here to here. Yep, that's 164.20. Okay. So this is 164. So let's do a thick line, say 164 feet at 0. And so that's what we have to make this larger to. We take the picture, we say keep aspect ratio, we stretch it out. So this line has got to be as big as that line. So we stretch it out more. A little bit more. A little bit more. It's getting close. We grab this and we, oh, look at that. That is pretty damn close. So I think that's basically it. Yeah. Okay. So now this photo is to scale. And we simply copy the okay, so let's grab the line, grab the image, bring it over a little bit. And we want to bring it, can't bring it further down. We just want to make sure we can have room for Laurel Canyon. And it's kind of, I just don't want to go to a smaller, say I can go to 1/16, but then this will be half the size and that would be too small. So that's fine. We'll just have to maybe bring this down a little bit further. Barely anything because that's going to be at the bottom of the page. And then we'll have just enough room to put, this is Victory Boulevard, I believe. And then there's an alleyway back here. Okay. So here is the legal description. We double click on it. And then if we zoom out, because this is a page from the Zemus, which will give us all this information. So first the APN. Here's the APN 2340. So double click 2340 spacebar. Then it's 449. 449. Because it's 004 and 049. So that's that. I shouldn't have clicked OK. Click it again. And let's. Okay. Zoning is C2 1VL. 1VL. Okay. Block is none. Now the lot, this is where we have to fill out a lot of different lot information because there's a lot of different lots. And what I'm actually going to do for that, because we filled out the master land use with all that information here. Lot fraction 33, 34, 35. So lot fraction 33, 34, 35. 33 fraction 34 fraction 35. Block is none. Tract is TR9553. Tract is TR9553. No block. Boom, boom. Okay, so we are now completed with that legal information. Yeah, we can put that off to the side here. We have a north arrow. It's facing straight up, which is fine because that's north on this picture. So we're good to go there. And now we just have to trace these, and we can get rid of the thick line and make it the property line, which is this. And we basically take off the snap. Looks like it's 50. So let's go 50 feet at 270. And click back onto there. This is another 164 feet at 0. And then this is another, what was it, 50? 50 feet at, another 50 feet at 90. And this one's 3502. So 35.02 feet at 90. And that's where the curve starts. And we don't need to follow those, but it helps. Here, tab 50 feet, tab 90. Puts you up to here. 164, tab 164 feet, tab 0. Bring this all the way across. And sure where this is at. So let's just Click here, this is 55, so tab 55 feet, tab 90. Let's see, if this is 100, this would be 64. This is 164. So, let's go tab 64 feet, tab 0. I think that's wrong. Okay. 100, 4, 6. Actually, I didn't verify that was 100. So what can we do? We can come over here and we can hit escape and we can click here and click here and find out that it's 56 feet. Space bar, line, change the snap to the beginning and change it to 56 feet. 56 feet. There you go. Shrinks down. And then we snap to there. Bring that to here. Double tab 0. Then we want to grab the curvy guy. 1, 2, 3. Change this to the property line. Then same thing. Find the edge. Click once. Find the edge here. 2. And then we adjust for the curve. Boom. Okay, and bring this way down to here. Take off the snap. Double tab 270. And line. Change this to a thin line. Change this to the property line. So technically that's all the property lines. So now we grab the property lines P. And there it is. Snap is not on. There's a snap. Property line, and you just put them in the corners. Drag, snap it to the corner. Drag, snap it to the corner. And snap to the corner. Snap to the corner. And click once P. Property line, snap to there. Property line, snap to where's there. That's kind of it. PL, PL, PL. This is more than likely take me into instead of ignoring my phone. Okay. Now what we're going to do is draw the canopies. So we have that. Anytime I draw a building or something like that, I use a 0.2. Just draw that. Tap this to there. We we have a floor plan, so I'm not going to worry because this is the mini mart. So what I'm going to do, see, this is technically supposed to be within the property line. So I'm going to do this, which is a multi-angle one. I'm going to take off the snap. I come here and just start it on the property line. Come out to here, double tab to 0, enter, and then keep drawing. And then double tab 270, so we know we have a straight line drawn. Same thing here, double tap 180, bring it down here. It's going to be double tap 270. And this is going to be the more difficult one. Double tap 180, you hit enter, and then you have to double click with the mouse and hope for your best that's straight. So that's that building. Hit, oh, I haven't saved this as. We are going to call this shell site. Shell site. Okay, so now it's been saved. And I don't know if I've moved the floor plan. Let's see, canvas. I guess I have. Let me believe it's here. Open. PWG. But first of all, let me see if I have it. Shell site. I don't have shell floor. So now we go to DWG because there's the shell floor, which I haven't copied and pasted over, and see how this is individual, unlike that one that was just one big layer. So copy. We say template, floor, and we get rid of this. This shouldn't be here. And then we hit get rid of that. We hit save to save that template that way. We hit paste to bring this over. And to make that north arrow work, we have to turn this way. Because we hit escape. This is it, and these are the front doors here, should I say? And that's the front doors right there, so that's north. And since the site plan has the north arrow straight up, this should have the north arrow straight up. And there's plenty of room for it. Good. So that's going to be, let's get rid of that. Well, actually, let's keep it. I'm just going to change it. So now we're going to save this as. And this is going to be shell floor. What I should have done is put CUB, so I know it's for conditional use permit. So I'm going to open up shell site and save this as CUB. Just add CUB to the end. Okay, so now what I can do is go shelf floor. Now there's going to be a wall here. First of all, let me get rid of this. I don't like these dark lines. And even though doing what I'm doing right now takes a little bit of time, I prefer it because I don't like the dark, because when I have to have arrows pointing to things, the tart literally gets in the way. You can't see things coming through the wall. So I prefer to take a moment to clear out all this stuff, because it leaves the outline of the wall, and that's all we need. Okay. So let me hit save. Now, this is a little closet. Relax, buddy. We just make that like that, and that creates the wall that's supposed to go there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to get rid of any pattern. I'm going to choose that second line thickness. Put the snap on. We want this to snap to the corners. Let's hope I get it right on the first try. All the way down to here. Actually, that will go to here, then to here. Because we're trying to do the outside walls of this drawing. I think that's actually it. So let me just go here, double click to set that in place. And so now we can go to the polyline, hit X to get rid of it from this drawing, Control X. Then we go to the site, we hit Control V to paste. And technically that goes here because that's the scaled drawing of that place. And you just have to assume that it'll give it oop, nope, not that much, loose. Because that's the subject property that's being permitted for alcohol, for the beer and wine. And so, even though this is far from over, what I normally do is on the edge of the image, I give it a place setting to connect back to, so we can get this out of the way. You look at what the plan looks like so far. This is missing a line. That's fine. Just replace it. And this is a gas station. These are the pumps. And then you have to draw on whatever's here. Then you put that back and you can finish drawing this building, parking spaces, outline this sidewalk. You're going to have just enough room here to write in Victory Boulevard. Actually, that's Oxnard. Oxnard, and then you got room here for Laurel Canyon Boulevard. So there's some more drawing that's got to happen, but I'll maybe make that a part two. Hit Control S to save, and I will bid you farewell for now. It's 15 minutes to 5. I may may call it quits a little early and then come back to this later. It's already 20.